Hey guys, AJ here. I just want to let you guys know, thank you guys so much for all the support and all the love you guys have been showing us. And once again, just keep it going. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. Make sure you guys keep up to date with all the different products that we're going to be having coming onto our channel here. We love all you guys dearly. Make sure you guys go to our Facebook page and you like it as well so you can keep up with everything that goes on.
Subscribe.
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 And we will see you all real soon. This isn't $1 million competition. This isn't where people get an automatic guaranteed TV contract. These are real people trying to be real wrestlers. This is where they come and train with some of the best trainers in the country, and FXE is becoming very much the #1 training facility in the country. Be advised, guys, this is all real. This is not going to be produced. You're going to see exactly what these guys go through on a daily basis to become independent wrestlers. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Academy.
My name is Levante Turner. I lived in Middle Tennessee my whole life. Professional wrestling got introduced to me, I want to say, when I was in 5th grade. My dad's been a huge wrestling fan. My best friend, Kimbo, shout out Kimbo, he also put me on wrestling. So ever since then, I've been a huge wrestling fan. And, as a kid, you have those dreams. Some of them may not be realistic, like wanting to be a dinosaur, but you also have those lists of things that you can achieve. So one of the things that on my list that didn't have a check was professional wrestling. I'm also a basketball coach. I coach AAU, both boys and girls, boys high school, girls middle school.
No, I said he has a big butt. I didn't say only my baby has a nice butt.
I don't think you got a big butt, LT.
Big butts are in these days.
We've got a lot of abbreviated names here, don't we?
LT, CT, RJ.
RJ, I think that's it. Is
The
that
reason
it?
I actually got to know Levante, which is his real name, well, is because I was trying to differentiate LT and CT one day, and so I figured out that LT is actually Levante, and that's how I remember that he's LT.
LT is a guy that's always got a smile on his face, always wants to please, always comes in ready to train, wants to train.
Always says hello.
Yeah, he's always polite. A guy, he likes CT again, that once he slows down, things will start clicking for him better. Because he's straight out of the gate, zooming around really, really fast. And once he sort of calms it down, he's got that great explosive power, but he just needs to be able to put it in the right spot.
He was the first group after the initial group that came in. So he was the first wave of the new students that came in. From day one, he was really quiet, really kept to himself. But over the last few months, man, you can see how much he's progressed and how much he loves professional wrestling. You can see it in his facial expressions when he's in the ring. Super athletic already. But you just tell like how his confidence is slowly growing, slowly growing. He's always asking, how was that? How was that? Every time I see him, he gives me a big old hug.
LT, he couldn't do a simple quarter roll. He struggled with that for some reason. The man that he has turned into in that ring is a absolute just night and day difference from the dude that I first met. LT's got some pretty cool.
LT came to us with no experience in wrestling, and really has a great passion for wanting to get in and learn. He's got kind of a unique way that he carries himself, or I guess a unique way that he maybe performs some of the more athletic maneuvers. I know some of the guys got onto him at one point. He apparently was doing jumping jacks backwards. I'm the last guy to criticize anybody's athleticism or how they conduct themselves in an athletic endeavor. So I won't speak too much about that. But one thing I think it means he's got his own unique way about him, and I think in an industry like pro wrestling, that's obviously the thing that could help you out more than anything.
talked a few weeks ago about Don, and LT started, I'm pretty sure, the same night as Don. And since they both started, they've kind of been not inseparable, but there's been like a connection to the point where we were for a while thinking about putting them together as a tag team. But they both kind of stood out in their own ways. LT's really coming into his own as far as kind of the one of the resident athletes of the group. When they started introducing the cartwheels and the tiger rolls into the nightly routine, he picked them up real quick.
And with all that being said, it's time for me to take a drink, if you guys don't mind, of this delicious Monster Ultra, one of their best flavors. Find it at a convenience store all across the country. Make sure you guys get one today because it'll make your day better. Seriously, make your day better. What a rush.
Everybody pushing me to my limit to make sure that my dreams come true. And this journey, I'm excited for it. I'm excited to see where it takes me. I got the best people around me, the best support, my mom, my dad, my siblings, my cousins, my family, coworkers, everybody sharing posts, every day asking me updates to see how it's going. That right there gets me going, that gets me motivated. And every day I step in here, I plan to shoot for the stars, make everything happen. And so stay tuned. You're going to see a lot of stuff you want to see.
But he does get frustrated if he can't get stuff, and that's good. I'm not saying getting frustrated is good, but it just shows that he cares and he wants to try and figure it out. But he's a great guy to have around. Everyone sort of feeds off him, and again, very, very, very athletic and charismatic and a funny guy.
Something I notice about LT too is he's one of the guys that, like, when other people are doing stuff in the ring, he's not off to the side, not caring. He's always watching other people in the ring and cheering them on and stuff. And that's super important at the school.
Oh, definitely. Yeah, you need that if you're going through a drill or whatever. You need, and that person's already done their drill. That they can chill, they can relax. Like LT will be there still helping people. Like, he's gone through it. He knows how tough it is, and he'll be there being their cheerleader. Yeah. So yeah, we all love LT for that.
And the thing I like most about him, because I can relate to this, he is his own biggest critic, right? So you can tell me I did something great. I'm going to find every little piece that I messed up on, and I'm going to be angry about it. And he's the same way. He will have a great 5-minute match for practice in here, and he'll mess up on one spot, and he'll kind of harp on that, and that's good and bad, right? But anyone that can self-motivate themselves like that and be their own biggest critic, the sky's the limit for that guy, and I absolutely enjoy having him around, and I'm so glad he's here at FXE with us.
So Levante has improved leaps and bounds over these last few months. And you know what I think really helped him with that? The fact that he got to get some personalized training in the ring with none other than Jay Lethal. Do you know how lucky he is? I would have hurt somebody to get a chance to train with Jay Lethal. And he got to do it. That's pretty cool if you ask me. But that's besides the point. His skill is all his own. That's just me poking a little fun at him. LT, man, he's got it now. He just gets it.
As someone who started out brand new like LT did, I think he kind of understands, where a lot of these newer guys come from, as far as like not knowing anybody or not even being sure how to what to do first. And I think it's pretty admirable how he can step in and say, hey, I've been there too, or hey, what's your name? Let me get to know a little bit about you, so that he can kind of, so that we can build that FXE crew up. So I think he does a great job at that for sure.
Tonight he tried to throw a back handspring in. Didn't quite get all the way through it, but, points for effort, I guess. But yeah, I mean, LT's already a pretty naturally gifted athlete. It's just going to be a matter of, getting the reps in the ring, building up the chemistry with the guys, bell to bell. putting together his own, kind of move set that's tailored to his natural abilities. And the sky's the limit for LT if he wants it to be. If he wants to keep putting in the work, he's definitely got the raw talent. It's just going to be a matter of putting the pieces together.
Hi, I'm Jerry Lynn, professional wrestler. Now, I don't have 2 words for you, but I got 2 questions. 1, is it your dream to become a professional wrestler? 2, are you already a pro wrestler but want to fine-tune your skills? Yeah, buddy! Then come on down to FXE Wrestling Academy. You'll be glad you did, right, boys?
Hey, how's everybody doing? My name is Michael Nichols. I am a student here at FXE Academy. I've been training now for about 7 months, and wow, is really all I can say. I always say when I get married, I'm coming down the ring. I'm coming down the aisle. I'm coming down the aisle too. I'm coming dressed down like Ric Flair. I'm gonna have the Ric Flair entrance music. I'm gonna have a robe, and my grandparents are gonna be my managers. And luckily, the good Lord blessed my grandparents long enough for that to come true. So when I got married, that's how I came down. Woo! I came down. I want to say my entrance was probably better than my wife's. I know she's gonna hate that, but come on, baby, I showed out. So yeah, my wife, like I was saying, she got me started at my first school. We were getting to know each other, and we was those corny questions that everybody asks each other. Hey, what do you love? What do you do? What's your favorite color? Blah blah blah. Yeah. So it just came up. She was like, what was your dream when you was a child? And I was like, I just always wanted to be a professional wrestler. And most people laugh at that, but she didn't. She said, okay, so why are you not doing it?
Well, Michael I've known for a while because I knew him from prior training. He's been training with Tom for quite some time. And then he took a little bit of time off because he had a baby and he had fatherly duties, which I totally respect.
You have 1 or 2 babies.
Well, he had the one that he took the initial time. He has 2 now, but one that he took the initial time because it was his first time being a daddy.
That's why he's called the Source, because he's a fertile man.
Yeah, very fertile.
Yeah, and he's freshly married too.
Yep.
And he wore a robe and had a wrestling belt at his wedding.
Very on brand.
Mike. But whatever.
but Mike, you can tell he has a lot of what's the word I'm looking for?
Natural charisma.
He's probably one of the funniest people I've met in the last year. He will say things that I try not to laugh at, and I can't help but start laughing. He's very witty, always has something funny to say.
Just had a treat. Just a nice Christian young man. I was born and raised in Philadelphia.
That doesn't go without saying. The first day I was here, the first class, he was one of the first few people. And he's always helped me since day one, right? Whether it be something with promos, something with a spot, something with just something as simple as running the ropes.
We got to talk about a man, Mike, funny Mike. This man, I can't turn a corner. I can't look away for a second, or he's over there doing something, whether it's swiping an imaginary credit card across somebody's head, or he's sitting there trying to do the most awkward rap battle you have ever seen. But he's a fun-loving dude, you know?
FXE has a handful of class clowns. And Michael is probably my favorite. Sorry to all you other clowns out there. Michael is a guy who has a great sense of timing, both from a comedic standpoint, from a talking standpoint, and then also in the ring. He's one of the guys, when he gets in there, I want to watch him. And even if he's just running the ropes or doing, a basic, front roll drill or something simple, he's got just this presence about him that very few guys at FXE have, that I think is just really special.
Michael's another one of those guys that I was talking about a few weeks ago that, one of the handful of guys that was here when I got here in the spring. And right away, I liked Michael. I mean, I like everybody that comes through here, but Michael's one of those guys who just got like a huge magnetic personality that just draws you in. And I think that's going to be a huge selling point for him once we start doing shows, because that kind of infectious charisma is just, the fans are just going to love him.
I guess everyone says it's like the kind of black and white thing to say, oh, wrestling, I've always loved it. It's my dream. I grew up watching it. And for me, it's no different. It wasn't until I started training again that I just wanted to know, when did I first fall in love with wrestling? Sorry about my country accent. It says wrestling. So I text my mom. I said, hey, when did I start watching wrestling? And she said, honey, I don't know. You've always watched it. From the time you were 1 and 2, it's always been a part of who you was. And it's definitely, I've made wrestling belts out of cardboard. I wrestled on the trampoline. I was the kid who parents didn't want them to come over my house because I would practice wrestling moves on everybody. I got stitches in my eye at 7 years old from doing a swanton bomb on my sister. Broke her arm, jumped off the bed. But it's just something that's always been a part of me. It's just who I am, and there's nothing that I want to do other than be with my kids and just to be in that ring. When I'm in that ring, I feel like I'm a god. I feel like I can do anything. And at first it was just about me, but now it's about my kids. It's about showing them that you can really chase your dreams. I know parents always tell children, hey, chase your dream. But I don't want to be that dad that says, hey, go chase your dream. I didn't chase my dream, but go do that. So the second time around, it's way more personal. It's way more, it's just everything. And my kids, they've taken a liking to it too. They do moves on me, I do moves on them. We haven't hurt each other yet, but we got health insurance, right?
And he really took it seriously when he came back, because he came back with some daddy pounds on him now. He gained some daddy pounds.
He did, and it's gone now.
It's gone. It's completely gone. So he really just got back into it, and I think realized, oh shit, I need to get myself together. Got himself together, and is back to it.
Yeah, I think Mike works nights and all that too, and he still manages to juggle 2 kids, family.
Yes.
nights and then coming here and training and getting into shape. So
He
hats
leaves
off to you,
straight
Mike.
from here to go to work, and I mean that's dedication.
It really is, yeah. But Mike is just definitely full of charisma. He's always joking around. He's a funny guy. He's always, you know, if you could get away with big ribs, he'd be a big ribber back in the day. But no, we love Mike, don't we? He's a very talented guy. Mike's a little bit floppy and a little bit woozy, and he's also a lefty as well. So that sort of throws people off. But I think it's kind of Mike's style. As much as I would like to stop him being sort of like the inflatable whaley man or whatever, like that is just part of Mike's style and what makes him unique.
He's always just trying to take his game, even if it's from here to like here, you know, even if it's just a little bit more than what it was the other day. A lot of people want to say that they're the hardest working in the room. I truly believe that he is definitely the hardest working in the room.
And that's what makes him so unique. And you can't tell me the guy doesn't love professional wrestling. The guy wore a Ric Flair robe and a championship belt to his wedding ceremony, during his wedding ceremony. I mean, it's unbelievable. That guy loves professional wrestling. You can definitely see it when he's in here. And he's super athletic, and a guy has lost so much weight, man. And I know as a personal trainer myself, I understand what kind of sacrifice and what kind of dedication and hard work that takes. And I know his job, his work schedule is crazy. He'll always post videos on the treadmill or whatever it is at the gym at 2 in the morning. Sometimes he'll leave here, go straight to work, and I know he's been at the gym, you know, before he even came in here.
I think he's really going to be a show stealer when he gets in there, because he's someone you can't help but just gravitate towards and just be like, yeah, Michael's a pretty cool guy, you know. And I've seen it, and also the only guy here at FXE I've seen do a swanton bomb. So, to any of you trainees out there, you know, looking to impress us, that's a start.
You guys saw the ATM thing way back in episode 1. That was Michael. That's pretty typical Michael. We just don't always get to catch it on camera, because usually by the time we realize he's up to no good, he has already busted whatever it is he was going to bust, like his shin once. That's a different story for a different time. Maybe he can tell it. I haven't seen his interview. Maybe he talks about it. But Michael is he's just so fun to be around. And he's just one of those guys, like, when he's here, the energy is high, because you just can't your way through a night when Michael's around. He will not let you. Not that I've tried, but I can't imagine that it would ever get to that point around him.
LT, my man.
Hey, LT! Oh, how's it going?
How you doing?
So good to see you, man. You did a great job out there tonight.
So we've been talking. We have these big plans.
Real massive plans.
Massive
We have a lot of creative things we want to talk to you about.
Absolutely. We're just gonna do them
here.
over there.
We're just gonna go this way.
I know we had said in here, but we're gonna go over
Oh, yeah.
over there.
LT, we'll talk later.